Hello everyone, Daniel Yuck here. Thank you all for tuning in today. I appreciate you. Today I would like to bring you all a video and I would like to touch base and elaborate on the tools that I utilize upon tattooing human skin. So if you have any questions at any point throughout this video, I'm going to highly encourage you drop a comment down below. I'm going to do my absolute best to assist you in the best possible direction. With that being said, let's dive straight on into this. I will also elaborate on what I am using, why I am using it, and I will also leave links in the description below so you can check out these tools on your end. So where I'm beginning is I am laying out my MD wipeouts here. These are the wipes that I use for human skin tattooing. Just to confirm, these are the MD wipeouts. I've actually done a full in-depth review on them. Every tattoo is going to require a different amount of these wipes, so you'll have to kind of just fill them out and see what you need on your end. I'm 110% sure everyone is going to be different. The reason why I love to use these MD wipeouts is because they are a sterile wipe. I've never had any issues with them. They are soft for my client, and overall they're a dedicated tattoo wipe. So in my head it only makes sense to use them and only these. And just to reiterate, these are the only wipes that I will use on human skin. I will lay a Scotch shop wipe down under the tattoo area so that way my client's skin isn't on plastic and they don't get sweaty, but you get the drift. These are what I use to tattoo right here. So the next tools up on the list are actually very straightforward. I'm going to start off by placing a DipFoam cup, which is what I use to clean off any excess ink on my needles or to clean the needle in general. This is an adhesive wrap for wrapping the tattoo machines. This is going to be a razor for clearing any hairs on the tattoo site. This is also going to be the gloves that I use, and those are very thick gloves. I like a thicker glove. This is going to be alcohol pads right here. These are alcohol wipes to clean the tattoo site before applying the stencil. So the next tools up on the list are the tattooing needles. As you see, I have a small assortment as the design at hand requires me to have an assortment of needles. I have some Quelle, some Stigma, and some TNT needles right there. Links in the description below. To push the needles, I'm going to need a tattoo machine. So for this, I will be using the CNC WE Plus, as you can see right here. So please note, this is just how I go about setting up for me. It's not by any means right or wrong. The next tool up are going to be my ink caps. And I'm also going to need a wooden craft stick, which I'm going to use to scoop out my Inkeeze ointment. And for this session, I'm going to be using the Inkeeze hemp ointment. So what's next up on the list is going to be the water bottle, and some people put green soap and distilled water. For me, I have just distilled water in there. I have my Saniderm right here for when the tattoo is done. This is going to be barrier film that I use to wrap my tattoo machine. I also have rinse cups. I like to have multiple rinse cups when I have a lot of needles, so that way I can kind of keep track of the assortment. This is going to be Hush numbing gel. I use that to obviously numb the tattoo sites prior. So the next tool up on the list is going to be my Intense Formula 23 tattooing ink. For packing of black, I will use the Intense Super Black. For shading, I use the Dynamic Pre-Made Gray Wash set, and for colors at the moment, I'm using the Radiant ink. So the table's wrapped, all of the essential tools have been laid out. I'm now going to begin the process of wrapping the CNC machine. This is going to be pretty much for any machine that I'm going to wrap. I'm going to place a plastic barrier around the entire machine to make my machines low risk of contamination, so to speak. I'm also going to put plastic barriers around any furniture as well that I will be using to tattoo. As you see, I'm putting the blue barrier film around with some adhesive wrap and some saran wrap as well. Everyone wraps differently. I'll make a video on that for you all as well. Once I'm done wrapping the machine, I'm going to grab all of the final pieces here, such as the Inkeeze hemp ointment. As you see, I'm going to scoop out an adequate amount for the session at hand. So a little goes a long way with the Inkeeze ointment. I may be using way more than I actually need here, but you get the idea for this session. For the last stages, it's just simply setting down the ink caps like you see me doing, putting out the rinse cups, pouring in the ink at the necessary time, numbing the tattoo site. These are pretty much the final steps and can be taken in whichever order benefits your workflow best, I feel. For those who are curious, I do pour in witch hazel into my rinse cups, and I do pour witch hazel into the DipFoam cups as well. There you all have it. That is it. That is how I go about setting up my station for tattooing. It's very straightforward. For some, this may be overkill, but this is how I go about doing so. One thing that I would like to point out before we close out this video is this is not by any means the right or only way to set up a tattoo station. This is just simply the approach that I feel comfortable taking to set up my tattoo stations. Should you have any questions about anything that you saw throughout this video, please, I'm going to encourage you to drop a comment below. I'm going to do my best to assist you in the best possible direction. I also have social medias all under the same name as this YouTube channel. I have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok all under the same name at Daniel Yuck. I would truly appreciate the support on there. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell for me, as I will be bringing more videos like this for you all. Thank you for tuning in yet again. You have a great day.